Okay, these are the words today from the new pilots class, our last class. Well, first we had a loaded question. So I asked Mr. Bond, I said, "Do you like Japan? What do you think?" It's kind of a loaded question. We also had civil servant or government worker. That, at least in the United States, they're supposed to be the servant of the people. Not always. But if you don't like them, government worker, a little more formal, civil servant. It didn't just go in one ear and out the other. Chun Min Ho had this for his 1-minute recording, because you're talking to somebody and the information just goes in one ear and out the other. Now, the opposite of that is to register. Like you go to Walmart, beep, beep. Oh, sorry, the price didn't register. Well, the beep, beep is also in your brain. What he said in class, it didn't just go in one ear and out the other. It actually registered in my brain. Don't quote me on that. Don't say that I said that exactly, because a lot of times in these classes we're just discussing aviation, different parts of the airplane, the aircraft, and there's no technical procedures for for example, the FMS. We watched American Airlines 965, the documentary, and the captain pushed the wrong button. Right, that's the basic idea. The exact flight levels, the exact speeds, all that, that's different. That's not for the discussion. Throw someone a curveball. Yun Wan Sang talked about this today. It's an unexpected question. Or you're in the lineup, same thing every day, and then one day, you get some strange radio message. That thing really threw me a curveball. Wow, he really threw me a curveball with that question. That question really threw me a curveball. Threw me for a second. Throw me, confuse me. Do a victory lap. I think I told this to Lee Jung-ho. After you win the Olympics, you run your race, you finish, then you grab the flag and you run all the way around again. Our discussion today was so good, I'm going to do a victory lap up and down the halls today, the 5th floor. Get on the horn, get on the mic, get on the phone. Why didn't that captain, it's always confused me, the Avianca 052, why didn't he just get on the mic himself and declare an emergency and land the plane? Madrid, are you from Madrid? Yeah. Are you from Chicago? Well, I'm actually from the suburbs or downstate. I'm not from Chicago. Now, in Spain this worked, but in Korea I've tried it. Are you from Seoul? Yeah. Seoul? Well, actually I'm from Uijeongbu. Doesn't really work. But I've tried it. Have a sense of urgency, convey. Again, convey is very formal. And you're giving, your emotion. You need to convey a sense of emergency. Convey a sense of urgency, of the situation. That was the problem. You need to directly tell him the exact thing. It's an emergency. Mark uses this. Gregarious, affable. Usually nice and likable. He's a very nice person. She's a very likable person. Gregarious is kind of very formal. So on a scale of 1 to 10, that word's about a 2. But if you're smart and you want to use it, go ahead. Use it that way. Read people. You have to. Huang Yinggo talked about street smart and book smart today, and that gangsters are smart because they know how to read people. They know how to get the lay of the land. Another one, that guy can't really. I don't know what he's thinking. I can't really read him. You can also say, if you're new in the company, you're trying to get the lay of the land here. I'm trying to figure out who is who. What, the 7th floor? That has all the executives? Okay. Don't go there. 8th floor. Yes, of course. I'm trying to get this company, trying to get the lay of the land. Right? The hard cases, the cold cases. I said today, I like the people learning a language who are oh, I can't do it, I hate it. Those are the cold cases. Everybody's given up. It was also a TV show. Old mysteries, nobody solved them. The case has gone cold. The hard cases. In cahoots, working together. Again, in cahoots is a middle school student word, so they would say it. But collusion, or secretly working together, you'll see this all over the news. Trump is, he was colluding with Russia, they say. All right? There was possible collusion between. I also told a price fixing story, and I think it was with General Electric Westinghouse in the 50s, that it was based on the full moon. The phases of the moon was the name of it. It was not Coke and Pepsi. Coke and Pepsi, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry I said that. We watched a video today, Burnout, that was JetBlue was coming in for a landing, and the landing gear burned out, the tire burned out. Remember, out on a verb is usually all. Burn is just, the Vikings burned the village. Oh no! Right. Burn out is this type of thing. Like high school students do this. The landing gear was cocked to the side. It was stuck at a 45-degree angle. It was jammed. I Googled it, and I think this is the after image. Right? DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles. Probably the worst place in the world. In the past, it was. Mr. Bond, Hyungjin, told a story about in Florida they had to get their driver's license, but they had one line for citizens and one line for non-citizens, and it was a case of racism. I agree. I don't like this. Just let people get their driver's license. Let's treat everybody as equals. I don't like it when it happens in other places. I don't like it when it happens to me. Why do we have to have all these divisions? Then again, complaining I think actually does make a difference, because my home state, Illinois, they got a lot better, all right? Quite a bit better.